Now, how close to the definition of, you got the name Gypsy Soul. We want to know where that name comes from. And gypsy is being termed as a woman being cunning, deceitful, fickle, playful, but also someone that travels from place to place rather than living in one place and not just stuck. And speaking of which, you also mentioned that you were writing the song Flower Tree because you were literally sitting under a flower tree. So Gypsy Soul ain't been faking the funk since 7 years old. So that ain't been none of your DNA. But where does the name Gypsy Soul come from?
Okay. I will say that Gypsy Soul comes from, well, let me say this. So it all stems from really me growing up in a very Christian household. Mm-hmm. Okay. And me being a PK. And like I mentioned previously, just not fitting into the mold. Mm-hmm. And so Gypsy was my hiding place for a really long time. It was where I went to be myself. And then Christina was like who I came back to fit the standard of what everybody else wanted me to be. So now Gypsy is full-time me, and I'm really big on like names and things like that. Because like even when I was really young, like Christina's not even my first name, which is even crazier. We can even get into that.
They ain't got to know that. Yeah.
I was young, and I told my mom like, "Don't call me that. Like this is my name."
Oh.
And they started calling me by.
You told your mama that?
Yes, I did. Like really
okay.
young. Really young.
She already knew.
So
the gypsy was in there.
Yeah.
The gypsy was in there.
Been very sure of what I'm on this earth to do.
Oh, that's
when
good.
I was young. And so like, the gypsy was just where I went to hide at moments. It was the wandering of me. Yeah, my escape.
Yeah,
for
really a hide.
sure.
Maybe an escape place.
For sure.
I could see how gypsy